Hey everyone, welcome to Nanuya channel. And today we're talking about something that many of us experience but don't always acknowledge: laziness. Now, before you tune out thinking, "Hey, I love being lazy," this episode isn't about those relaxing moments we all need. We're diving into a different side of laziness, one that, when taken too far, can actually hold us back in life. We'll be discussing how unchecked laziness can become a dangerous habit that leads to missed opportunities, stagnant growth, and even health problems. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's unpack the dark side of laziness. First things first, let's define laziness. The word itself often gets a bad rap, but at its core, it's defined as a reluctance to exert effort or do work. Everyone has moments where they feel unmotivated or just want to relax. And that's fine, right? After all, rest is a necessary part of life. But when laziness becomes a habit, when it keeps us from taking action, that's when it turns into a problem. Now, you might be wondering, isn't some laziness okay? Doesn't everyone need a break sometimes? And the answer is yes, absolutely. But what happens when we stop being able to tell the difference between necessary rest and the avoidance of responsibility? That's the fine line we need to be aware of. So, let's talk about the dangers of laziness when it becomes too habitual. If we're not careful, laziness can creep into every area of our lives. Let's break it down. Danger: stagnation and missed opportunities. When laziness starts to take over, we stop growing. The simple act of avoiding work, whether it's at a job, school, or in personal life, can lead to missed opportunities. We put off important tasks or decisions, and suddenly, the things that could move us forward in life are left untouched. Think about it. If you avoid learning new skills, networking, or tackling a project because it's too much work, those opportunities aren't going to wait for you. The world doesn't stop spinning, and before you know it, you've fallen behind. Danger: health consequences. Laziness isn't just a mental issue, it can also have severe physical consequences. When we become inactive, our health suffers. Lack of movement can lead to weight gain, cardiovascular problems, muscle deterioration, and even mental health issues like depression and anxiety. And let's not forget about the long-term effects. Sitting for hours on end or neglecting your physical health can increase your risk of developing chronic conditions like diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Your body is meant to move. When we stop moving, it starts to break down. Danger: the guilt cycle. Here's another danger that comes with laziness: guilt. It's easy to fall into a negative cycle. You avoid doing something, feel guilty for not doing it, then avoid it even more to avoid the guilt. It's like a never-ending loop. This guilt can lead to feelings of low self-worth, anxiety, and even depression. Worse, this guilt can prevent you from taking action at all because you're too busy feeling bad about being lazy. It's the opposite of being productive. It's self-sabotage disguised as a coping mechanism. Danger: strained relationships. Laziness doesn't just affect you, it can affect the people around you. If you're putting off tasks or responsibilities, whether it's at home or at work, others may have to pick up the slack. Over time, this can create tension in relationships. Imagine this: constantly saying, "I'll do it later," until someone else steps in and does it for you. That's frustrating for the people who are depending on you. And in personal relationships, a pattern of laziness can lead to feelings of resentment or disconnection. So, what can we do to combat these dangers? The key is balance. Here are a few steps to break free from the cycle of destructive laziness. Set small goals. Start by breaking big tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. The idea of tackling a huge project can be overwhelming, but taking it one step at a time makes it less daunting. Even the smallest progress is still progress. Create a routine structure helps combat laziness. Having a daily routine that includes time for work, exercise, and relaxation can keep you on track. It doesn't mean you need to be working all the time, but having designated times for important tasks helps you stay productive. Accountability. Sometimes you need someone to help you stay motivated. Whether it's a friend, family member, or even a work colleague, having someone hold you accountable can help you overcome the urge to procrastinate. Embrace small wins. It's easy to get caught up in thinking that nothing counts unless it's a huge accomplishment. But the truth is, even small tasks matter. Checking off a to-do list item, going for a walk, or finishing a project, those small wins build momentum and give you the energy to keep going. So, to wrap things up, laziness isn't inherently bad, but when it becomes a habit, it can lead to serious consequences. From missed opportunities to health problems, the dangers are real. But the good news is that it's possible to break free from the cycle of laziness with the right strategies. Remember, rest is important, but don't let laziness take over your life. Embrace a balanced approach to productivity and well-being. You've got the power to take control, and sometimes all it takes is a small step to get moving in the right direction.